So, good morning, guys. It is currently 4 in the morning. My family is sleeping upstairs, so I cannot speak too loudly in order to not wake them up. But anyway, my name is Thái Nguyên. I am currently a sophomore student in Saigon University. My major is English Linguistics, and this video will be a summary of my 5-day field trip to Phú Quốc and southwestern provinces in Vietnam. Stay tuned.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Before we can start this video, we will need to go through the itinerary of the field trip first. On the first day, we will spend the entire morning traveling from Ho Chi Minh City to Châu Đốc City, where we will stop by a restaurant to have lunch. After that, we will make it to our first destination, which is the temple Ba Chú Xứ. Then we will go to the second destination, which is Trà Sư Kachaput Forest. By nightfall, we will reach Hà Tĩnh and will stay in a hotel there for the night. On the second day, we will take a boat to Phú Quốc Island, where we will get a chance to visit a fish sauce factory in Phú Quốc City. In the evening, we will visit Grand Wall, a place that is known to never sleep, which is not true by the way. And in this destination, we will also get a chance to witness a musical water performance, which is quite nice. On the third day, we will still be on Phú Quốc Island and will visit some other tourist destinations such as a honey farm and Ho Quốc Pagoda. In the evening, we will have a team building event where everyone will get a chance to form a deeper bond with their classmates. The fourth day is less eventful. We will spend over half the day traveling back from Phú Quốc to Rạch Giá City. Then from Rạch Giá, we will travel to Cần Thơ for the gala night in the evening. On the last day of the field trip, we will wake up early in the morning in order to visit the floating market. And finally, we will visit the temple of Hùng King as the very last destination of the field trip. Finally, after a long and exhausting journey, we will return to Saigon University in Ho Chi Minh City. And that's about it. Please enjoy the video.
Okay, so we have finally arrived at our very first destination, the temple of Ba Chú Xứ. I guess the first impression is that this place actually pretty big, and there's a lot of people here too. Like compared to your average temple, this is actually pretty good looking one. Since we aren't allowed to bring our camera into the main building here, I guess the only thing left to do is to just wandering around this the other facility, like an example for this one. Okay, let's go check whatever this thing has.
So, while me in the past is busy exploring the exhibition room, I guess I can talk a bit more about the temple of Ba Chú Xứ. This place is widely considered to be one of the most popular religious destinations in the southern Vietnam. As a result, hundreds of people travel here every day to wish for good health, fortune, and so on. You can also buy these red bags called lọc, which supposedly can bring you a lot of good luck, as long as you don't accidentally lose it. Oh, and some of my friends even bought one too. But since I'm not a religious person, I won't delve too deep into the origin and the religious value of this place. Instead, we will move on to the next location, which is Trà Sư Kachaput Forest. Jeju Kachibut Forest is an ecotourism destination that is also home to hundreds of species. From fauna to flora, the ecosystem here is quite diverse. While we were canoeing through the river of this wonderful place, we were able to spot a lot of birds that we have never seen before. We try our best to name a few of them, but since we aren't biologists, we fail miserably and have to be corrected by the boatman multiple times.
Okay, so I guess this is the end of our trip to Rừng Jeju. I think this place is actually pretty cool. The ecosystem here is pretty lively, pretty diverse too, and all the vegetarian here is quite lovely and it's quite breathtaking if you ask me.
And that's the end of day 1. Time to move on to...
Okay, so hi everyone, it is currently the second day of the field trip. My friend just rudely woke me up just a few moments ago, and I guess since she's been nagging at me to get ready, I guess I'll do just that right now.
On day 2, we had to wake up early to go to the harbor. I normally pride myself on my ability to never get car sick, but getting seasick is a completely different story. I still regret ever stepping foot onto the boat's deck, but at the very least I got some pretty cool shots of the trip. After we had arrived in Phuoc, our first destination is a fish sauce factory which make fish sauce. Since the location itself is pretty self-explanatory, we move on to a more notable destination, which is Grand World. Now, the first impression I had of this destination was...
Oh my god guys, we are going to Disneyland! Oh my god,
Disneyland!
Built by the Vin Group organization, this tourist attraction and entertainment center was truly something else. After our tour guide told us our gathering point, we set out on our own to explore the place. And the first place that we visited was the Teddy Bear Museum. They look pretty cool, right? They even have a dedicated room that displays some of the antique teddy bears that look like they come straight out of a horror movie. At night, we rented some electric bicycles to travel around the area and ended the day with a visually stunning musical water performance. Or at least that's what my friend told me, because I got tired of waiting and decided to just leave the place beforehand. Anyway, on to...
So this is the third day of our field trip. Yesterday was a little bit exhausting, so we decided to sleep in a little bit today, and as a result we are now almost late. Now we kind of have to rush to the restaurant to have breakfast in order for the car to leave at 7:45. So yeah, so let's get to it.
We started day 3 with a trip to a pearl farm, a honey myrtle farm, and a honey farm. This is also where I finally gave into capitalism and decided to buy something. And just in case you're wondering, no, I did not win the lottery, so I couldn't afford any of the pearl necklace. Anyway, on to the next destination, which is Phuoc Pagoda. And just like the temple of Bachusu, since I'm not a religious person, I genuinely do not know what to say about this destination. I guess it has a cool view. Regardless, in the evening we finally get a chance to go to the beach, and whether you love it or not, going to the beach with a large group of people mean there will be a team building games. but I decided to sit this one out because watching other people struggle at a wacky minigame is also equally entertaining. And that's the end of the day. Okay, so day 4 is probably the least interesting one, mainly because we spent almost an entire day traveling from Phú Quốc to Cần Thơ. There's also a gala night, but me and my friend was a bit busy preparing for that event, so this is the final day of our field trip. It is currently 4:55 in the morning. Everybody is pretty tired and sleepy, but we are preparing to go to the floating market and after that to the temple of Home's King. So let's get right into it. The Cái Răng floating market is recognized as an intangible cultural heritage and is definitely a must-go destination whenever you travel to Cần Thơ. As the name suggests, the entire trading process happens solely on the Cần Thơ River. This unique form of goods trading is what attracts tourists from all over the world to come to this city. Sadly, since this is the 5th day of me waking up way too early in the morning, the majority of my experience during this trip was just sleeping on the boat while my friend buys some weirdly colored rice noodle. However, I did manage to get this pretty cool shot of the sun though. And this leaves us with the last destination of this field trip, which is the Temple of Home King. I must say I am quite impressed by the architecture of this building. It provokes some kind of solemn and serene feeling on top of the unique design of the building. We also got a chance to go inside the main hall of the building to pay our respect to all the king that helped establish this country. It was also a no camera zone, so sadly there are no footage here. Finally, we end the trip to the temple by visiting the exhibition room where we can see all sorts of tools, items, and craft that was once used back in the day. So, this is the end of our field trip. I must say that while the journey can be tiring sometimes, it certainly was a memorable one. I hope that you enjoyed this video and goodbye.